Okay, okay, everyone on YouTube, welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, and we're just continuing on. I spoke to Horgus and got that 2,000 gold. I was just doing some testing with like the voice and things for the speech mod, so I thought I'd just end the video and restart it because I haven't done much besides walk around in the tavern. Horgus seems like one of those people who think the entire world owes him something. However, you hear notes of hysteria beneath his smug arrogance. It's as though he's really quite nervous, but taking great pains to conceal it. I don't think I'd be bothered either way. What he said, I'm really not bothered, so I'll just say... What kind of reward are we talking about? 1,000 gold coins, Horgus replies without hesitation. Another double attempt, eh? This time it's a lot higher. But I've got a plus 13 on diplomacy, so that's still pretty good. I'll need to roll a 10 at that point. Nice one. Several tense moments pass in silence. Then Horgus's face relaxes. Deal. So this job, what's it about? What's it about? You shall be my bodyguard, you see. I have a good reason to return to my mansion here in Canabris. I still have, well, it doesn't matter. It's none of your business. My mansion is a breathtaking building with a large garden, even a wealthy part of the city. Even before the demons attacked, every thief and fraudster in the city had tried to get inside. One way or another, I shudder to imagine the state it's in now. I have little hope that my guards were able to hold the mansion during the attack. I expect the servants fled when they saw the demons. Only Aberdar knows what's happened there since then. Therefore, I would ask that you meet me at my mansion and guard me there until I complete my business. I already asked the local paladins for help. They've no desire to set foot outside this tavern. Damn cowards. Traitors, that's what they are. Also, please, do take Camellia with you. I trust that girl more than the rest of your gang. She is of noble birth, after all. Okay, deal. Marvellous. Most excellent. And... I'll proceed to my mansion at once and wait for you there. Meanwhile, you needn't worry. I know the city like the back of my hand, but do hurry, unless you want me to lower your reward. I'll go back to the controller for now. And I'll switch it perhaps when I need to do the AI voice. I think if I use like the top of my throat, it's less painful on my throat. No problem, Magvin. You just chill out and relax. I just like being kept company. There's no pressure for them to talk. I just wanted to make sure everyone's like happy here. Though I guess I would like conversation from time to time, but it's like not all good. We'll all like one day be a big giant group and we'll talk together and hang out together. Oh, look at that big guy, holy shit. I don't remember this for. Did they add this? This is new. Is it bugged? It's not moving? Oh crap, it is bugged, I think. Oh wait, there we go. Commander, look what we got here. Are you too mad? Whatever possessed you to steal that gem golem from the Tower of Estrad? Been stealing nothing, Commander. Saw looters dragging it away. Yeah, it's gone a bit too fast for me to read it. I'll be fine. I've been alone my whole fucking life. Which is why I'm seeking to change doing this. Damn it, the controller port's amazing. Your ways, dude, but gotta keep moving forward. Hopefully it won't change things. Prestigious. Digipainter Golem. Digipainter Golem. I didn't mess up in my head, I messed up with my tongue. The magnificent and glittering golem, encrusted with gems and covered in intricate flowery blossoming, triumphantly exclaims, "Happy to be of service. May Shellen brighten and verify your day. Vivify your day." I am a Presti Digipainter Golem. Many millennia ago, I was built by Aslanti clerics of Shalen, the goddess of beauty, to make the world a better place. In my joyful service, I have visited many lands for the past few centuries. I have resided at the Temple of Sunrise, Chrysanthemum, and Tianixia. But then the good cleric saw fit to offer me as a gift to the Medivh Crusaders that you could share in the beauty I can create. It's a Shailen golem, so boy just paint stuff. Can you do anything useful? My creators granted me the ability to place illusions on various items. I can change their colour, texture, and make them more beautiful, appealing to the eye. Would you like me to cast an illusion over your armour, make it green? Green is a very pleasant colour, it could match your eyes. Yes, this is transmog, cool. Right, so I need to get a certain cape to do it, never mind. And the controller just feels better to play with. I'm kind of enjoying controller in all my games now. It just feels cleaner to move around as well and more immersive, I don't know why. A grizzled dwarf turns the blade in his calloused hands, carefully inspecting its edge. When he sees you approaching, he gets the blade aside and greets you with a nod. A new face in the city. You picked a good time to come to Canabras. As you can see, we're in dire need of warriors. Sore need of warriors? That's not proper grammar. I'll show them it in a minute. What are your wares? You have... Oh, there we go. I think it'd probably be best I do this with the controller. I mean, mouse and keyboard. Wait, what? It's kinda useless, so... I guess it works against ranged. That's pretty damn solid, honestly. That's like really good. I mean, against ranged, I suppose. Good early game damage reduction. That's also seriously good. Though my character doesn't use shields, I guess I could use the shield, I'd lose an attack. Right, well, a lot of cool stuff. I'm gonna have to probably get a lot more money. Because my character's poor. Crypt Raider's armor. It's like Tomb Raider armor. I wonder if this is a joke. I wonder if like the flavor text says anything. I don't see any flavor text. I wonder if that's a bug or... Right, that'll do us for selling stuff. Could buy that shield now, which is probably going to always be amazing. I won't use it myself, but I could do that on Seela. Keep her going a bit. Does seem pretty overpowered. And again, it's only when you get crit, but you might just die at that point, and then they work or whatever. I'll leave it for now. Also, holy shit, why did it get so dark? And is that a bug? No. I think it was a bug. Since I went back to the controller, and then the lights came back. Very strange. Yeah, we got the dungeon. Hello, user. And yeah, you know what? Before I even say anything, this place I'm in right now, apparently there's a full companion in here. And if you don't come in here early, you'll die in jail. And it's literally just right out of the first area. And I missed this the first time and totally missed this companion. I remember I watched someone else play it a bit and I was like, who the hell is that guy? And I was like, where'd you get him? I mean, this is like pretty early in the game and apparently he's just right down here. Ah, first aid kit, okay. Select all. Yeah, this little guy here. Hey guys, mind if I just take all the city supplies? Thanks. It's so weird you can just go around and loot and everything. Speaking of loot, that makes me hungry. It's a weird thing to say. Meh. There's like a code here, but I can't remember what it is. The light shield. Oh, okay, never mind, I'm stupid. Oh wait, I'm not stupid, never mind. What are you up to today, user and Magvin? I know you're at work, Magvin, but what are you up to at work? What do you do, by the way? Getting a little bit high has made this easier. Alright, I don't know how to open this. I'll figure it out another time. There's technically only 3 levers, so there'll only be a couple of ways to do it. Ah, I see.
Hey, Chief! Ooh, hey, gorgeous. Come over here. I want to talk to you about something. Something really important.
Quit bothering the decent people in here, Woljif, or I'll knock your teeth out!
What's it to you, Delvin Dum-Dum? You were told to guard me, and I'm not stopping you. But no one told me I had to shut my trap. Woljif. Woljif Jefto. I deal in useful things. I can get you whatever you want. Anything. But there's just one problem.
What's that? What's your problem?
I'll lay it out for you. Simple job, 30 minutes tops. We go someplace, talk to someone, and in return, whatever you want, I'll get it for you. Some extra rations? No problem. Armor, weapons, scrolls, you name it. It's as good as yours. If you need my help with something, whistle and I'll be there. I'm handy enough with knives too, and even my magic know-how isn't too shabby.
What a load of guff! If you were good at magic, you wouldn't be stuck in here now, would you?
Don't you listen to him, Chief. He'd find fault with the Queen herself. I'll be useful to have in battle, and I'll sell whatever you want at a reasonable price. It's your lucky day. You won't meet another gem like me in Canabras.
Well, you're in jail, so what are we going to do about that? You can't exactly help me from in there.
That's easy. You know Irabeth? Feisty looking gal, always wears armor. You can't miss her. She's the meanest fighter in the whole city. When you see her, put in a good word for me, will ya? Tell her there's this guy Woljif locked up for no good reason in the Defender's Heart. Well, for the follies of his youth. And he really wants to get out on bail so he can keep up his good behavior and make a contribution to society. You got that? Will you do it?
Alright, I'll talk to Airbeth about your situation.
I knew I could count on you. Knew it the moment I laid eyes on you.
Your shadow earlier, what was that all about?
Get me out of here and I'll tell you. And don't worry, it's not contagious.
Why did they change you up?
Does it really matter? Don't get hung up on the past, Chief. Don't look to the future. Live in the here and now.
He was caught thieving.
Okay, I'll see you later. A tall, fragile-looking elf sits in front of you. Eyes closed, he's pale as a ghost. He's pale as a ghost. His arm wrapped in a blood-stained bandage. You spot other bandages on his body under his clothes. But even in such a miserable state, he manages to keep calm. Raising his eyes to meet yours, he says faintly, "I am Form Autumn Haze, at your service." His pale lips are reddened by blood, but you see no signs of pain or fear in his grey eyes. Who wounded you? A sinner and accomplice of the demons. The quarry I'm hunting is in this inhospitable place. Need any help, bud? After giving you a cold, intense look, he shakes his head. Do not trouble yourself on my behalf. A local healer tended to me earlier. Besides, I come from resilient, hardy people. My body will endure both the wounds and the poison delivered through them. An elf? I'm not sure elves are hardy. They're immortal, but like, kind of. Well, actually, they just live really long. They're not really resilient or even tough. It's more dwarves. I am Terror of the Dragon. You can trust me, I might be able to help you. This is my like full title I put in. I'll just read out Terror for those. After a brief pause, Thorn says, "It'd be impolite to refuse such a direct and friendly offer. Who's your quarry here in Mendev? I was hunting a fugitive at Descarite by the name of Keylesa. It pains me to admit that there are heinous malefactors such as her among my noble kind. I managed to catch up to her in Canabris, and I wounded her. Then demons appeared in the city. Then it was engulfed in flames. I was injured in the battle that ensued and couldn't free her soul from its service to her dark masters. He expresses no anger or hatred as he speaks, only compassionate sorrow. Unlucky dude. He purses his lips. There's no need for pity. Well, our ancient kind is blessed with great longevity. We gain a deeper understanding of the world and other races, and we learn lessons better than anyone. That goes for learning from our mistakes as well. I survived, which means I will be more prepared when next we meet. Yeah, I'll help you out. Warren covers his eyes wearily. Thank you, but this is my mission, and I'm used to facing all manner of terrors on my own. I appreciate your willingness to help. If you happen to meet Kaelessa, take caution. She has turned many innocent souls to the path of evil and darkness, has rewarded her with many gifts. Her appearance alone will tell you that. It has warped the agate skin, the malicious stare of her blood-red eyes, the bestial teeth. He's more monster than else at this point. Sounds like he's describing a dark elf. Or a... what do you call him again? Is it dark elf? Drow. A drow. Drow elf noble sometimes. Damn it, failed to check. You know what's sad? My character failed to check and I actually knew it, I think. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Her skin is dark yarny, her hair preternaturally white. It's obviously a drow. Her skin is dark, her hair preternaturally white, her eyes red. You can see perfectly in the dark, which to my dismay I've come to know from experience. But bright light causes her pain. I used an alchemical powder that explodes in a dazzling flash, and she cried out as if I had stabbed her. It's clear that this woman is a faithful servant of darkness. The marks that Kaelius' master have left on her appearance say as much. Apparently that's what my character is thinking, but I'm not thinking that at all, because it's fucking dumb. Good fortune to you. God damn it, I need to use the fucking mod. A young man in well-worn travelling clothes and a simple wooden symbol of Aristotle on his chest is efficiently cutting a linen robe into strips to use as bandages. Despite his visible exhaustion, he works with zeal, singing some tune about red braids and ripe sheaves of wheat under his breath. He raises his warm chestnut-coloured eyes to you. Are you one of the Crusaders? Thank you for defending those of us. Thank you for defending us whose talents lie off the battlefield. I am Jornaw, servant of Aristel, and pleased to meet you. What are you up to? I only took my holy orders recently, so my god has only bestowed a little of his power upon me as of yet. I'm sorry to say that the number of wounded fighters in this tavern is far beyond my power to heal, but there's a reason people say have faith in the gods. But look to yourself first. I may not be able to help the wounded with magic, but I can at least cut up bandages. Could use the help of a cleric. I'd be glad to help you, but it's no use. My spells are depleted and I have no training in potions or scrolls. See this robe? I'm cutting it up for bandages. It's the second last one. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'll see you later. It's a pleasure to meet you. It's a pity we can't stop and talk over tea or maybe something stronger. But this isn't the time. Do you know what's funny? I was only supposed to be making a short trip to Canabras. I was sailing down from old sailing on a boat bound for the city. To a small village by the name of Chili Creek. Once I've held Canabras from the demons, I'll be going there. If by the grace of the gods we all survive this, you should come and visit me sometime. You'll find the village here on the bank of the river. The priest marks Chili Creek on your map. Wait, I need to speak to Erebeth. Any success? How's it say? There's a tiefling chained up in the defender's heart. What can you tell me about him? Erebeth shrugged scornfully. Rojif's a petty thief from a gang of quote-unquote thieflings operating in Canabras. That's what we call them in these parts. They tried to rob a vendor of magical items recently. Unfortunately, we apprehended only one of them. The rest managed to escape. We have nowhere else to keep them apart from the defender's heart. But it's hardly a prison. Rojif knows it too. He's been begging us for days to let him go free or have someone vouch for him. He's already asked you to put in a good word for him, hasn't he? Erebeth squints at you thoughtfully, then shrugs. You want to recruit Rojif and put a good use to him? Go ahead. And take him off our guard's hands. You can ill afford to let soldiers spend their days watching over a meddling thief. I hope the tiefling proves useful should you decide to take him along. A few personal questions if you would. They're actually quite interesting, so add some of these. I'll switch to the AI voice for a moment so I can read all this out. God damn, I hate when this happens. Oh wait, I can cancel it, good. A few personal questions.
Frowning a little, Erebeth nods. Please. But I must warn you, there are some things I don't have the right to discuss.
Where are you from?
I was born in Canabras. I grew up on a farm just outside it. But my way back home lay at the end of a long and winding road. It took me years of traveling through foreign lands before I came to be where I've always belonged.
I wish I could use one of these Twitch AI voices, but this is alright. Not really my mod that I made. I wonder if I could replace within the mod with like one of those like AI voices, like the one from the guy from Fallout who like is all burned up and stuff. He does really good narrations, but I've not made it, so I don't know how to do that. How did you become a paladin, Erebeth?
A bitter smile appears on the half-orc's face. I don't much like to remember it, believe it or not. the story of how I became a paladin is also the story of how I failed to become a knight.
Oh, very interesting. Well, do continue.
My parents were crusaders, may their souls stand together in Iomeda's celestial army. When I was born, they retired from the war and started preparing me to continue their legacy. But my father was an orc. You'd be pressed to find a calmer, wiser, and more pious servant of the goddess than he. But still, all his life he was dogged by sideways looks and whispers.
Pretty unlucky.
When I grew older and it was time for me to serve, I decided, anywhere but Kenabers. That was where my father had served loyally, and his only reward had been injustice. Besides, the witch hunters, led by the Honorable Prelate Hillrun, stalked the city with a heavy hand. Who knows what they'd have done to a strange girl with green skin? Instead I went to. A smirk that looks more like a painful grimace crosses her face. You can laugh if you want, but I was young and foolish. I chose Last Wall, of all places. You can imagine how well I was accepted in a country that's been battling the orcs of Belkzen since its foundation.
Oh, you're really smart. Dumbass.
There were many there like me, but we were all treated as second-class citizens. To the locals, my green skin was worse than leper scabs. Even my brothers in faith kept their distance. I took my vows, and the goddess granted me the powers of a paladin, but even then, not a single order would accept me into their ranks. I spent another 6 months knocking on doors before I realized a simple truth: I serve Iomede, not these people. I don't have to prostrate myself before them. So I left, as a paladin, but not a knight.
So that's kind of weird, like, I mean, honestly, what was she thinking? Like, she went to go somewhere else to get accepted, and she went to a place that was been at war with orcs, like, forever, so, like, I really don't know what she was thinking at all. She realised that she could have just went, you know what, I'll just go to another city. But, there it is. I'll say something along the lines of that to her before she continues.
I'm sure you can imagine what it's like. In most places tieflings are despised even more than half-orcs.
Yeah, pretty much. Not actually a tiefling, I was born human, but these are just the results of my experiments in alchemy, but it is what it is. But I get that a lot. How do you come to join a knightly order?
I left Last Wall and went traveling. The goddess guided me, and my path led me to where atrocities were happening. I often fought in exchange for gold. But never for unworthy aims, of course. I wandered the river kingdoms for a few years, killing monsters and tracking down criminals. Sometimes I thought I was just wasting time, that my true place was in Kenabers. But I pushed those thoughts away. I didn't even want to think about going back. But in the end, divine providence had brought me to my senses.
Maybe I should do this, especially with the way that I read. Like me playing two characters, it may just I'll just getting confused with my voice. Like not knowing where I end and they begin. It's more clear to me at least.
It happened in Timon. I was tracking a gang of bandits, which my employer suspected was a cover for Rajmaran spies. I managed to find their lair, but inside I found something far more dangerous than spies, an unholy temple to Zonkuthon. When I broke in there, the cultists were about to sacrifice someone, the person who was destined to become my wife. Anevia. But that's another story.
That's so fucking romantic, but I actually always liked this story, and it's funny how the way Anevia tells it, she's like totally starstruck with her, but this like big gigantic masculine orc woman like comes in and saves her from like being sacrificed by an evil cult. It's very, when she's naked during it as well, so it's a very sexy relationship in my opinion. You can imagine how the sex was this big like ultra orc dommy mummy with this like little tiny white girl. It's a pretty sexy relationship. I will admit, last time I played this I was like, man, I wonder what it's like to be an Evia, getting dominated by her. This big noble paladin woman. Pretty funny, dude. Hell yeah, Magwin, hell yeah. I'll say to Erebeth. It sounds pretty sexy, Erebeth.
After I cut down the cultists, I examined their papers and couldn't believe my eyes. A network of evil cults had spread through all of Avistan, including Mendef. Worse, the documents clearly showed that their allies, the Templars of the Ivory Labyrinth, had infested my native Kenabers, and were even among the ranks of the Paladins. After that, delaying my homecoming would be tantamount to desertion. Luckily, I was no longer alone. Anevia was as eager to destroy the cultists as I was.
The Zon Chthon, like the god, their cultists are basically BDSM people as well, so it sounds like a very sexy story. She was kidnapped by BDSM cultists and like strapped to like a sacrificial rock naked, and then Erebeth came in her fucking literally golden armor, or literally shining armor, with a big gigantic muscly female orc is like, I'll save you. It's a pretty sexy fucking start to like a hentai, dude. I'll say, what happened next, Erebeth?
Anevia and I hurried to Kenabers. We couldn't trust anyone. The papers indicated that the cultists had infiltrated everything. Luckily, I had some experience in investigation, and my beloved, the half-orc, smiles warmly. She knew her way around working locks, tailing people, and trading information with the city's bottom feeders. Soon we'd defeated, alas, not the whole Hydra, but a few of its heads. Do you know who turned out to be the leader of the cultists? The commander of the Eagle Watch.
God damn, so it was the police chief who was the fucking traitor all along. Police corruption. Holy shit, dude.
Can you imagine? While Prelate Hillrun was chasing witches through the city, the enemy had infiltrated the very order responsible for internal security. The scandal reached the ears of the Queen. At first she planned to disband the order in disgrace, but then she offered its command to me, and put its salvation in my hands. Of course, there was one small catch: I wasn't a knight. But I was made commander just the same, skipping the usual progression through the ranks.
Nice fun, well, good for you. So how did everyone in your like core basically feel about you being a orc? I'll talk about it now as well, because it's probably a bit better to hear me than the AI voice. The AI voice is kind of not that bad to me. I think I'm just worried about other people hearing it. I'm not sure how everyone else likes it, but I mean, I think it's better than no voice at all. So obviously, it will be no voice if I read, but people might hear me read and be like, man, I wish you just read all the time, but I will read this part out. They tolerated it surprisingly well. I shouldn't have been so wary. Crusaders don't tend to be prejudiced as a rule. After all, heroes from all over the world, even from other continents, come here to fight the demons. Apparently the people were only suspicious of full-blooded orcs. Already many like me here. She's a half-orc, by the way. And we don't have any problems. Though the locals do have their suspicions, Mendev is as merciless as the last wall. They just have different sets of victims. The tieflings instead of the orcs. I kept seeing those same sideways looks and skills, hearing the familiar whispers, but where once they used to whisper behind my back and pointing at me, now they whisper in my ear and point at someone else. It's so strange to be on the other side of humiliation, wipe the spit from your face, and suddenly be invited to change position and spit at someone else. You must have figured out by now I'm talking about tieflings. Yeah, because like tieflings are like partial demon people. It's true there are many of them among the cultists, and few among our crusaders, and our fighters do all they can to drive away those who would be our allies. People shun them, call them a reloose spawn, or worse, as if they chose to be born like that. Or worse, as if they chose to be born like that. I believe it's quite a feat to rise against the call of one's blood and join the forces of the good. Still, most only see them as the enemy. I once saw a knight bleeding to death because he wouldn't let a tiefling priest touch his wound. Alas, I haven't been able to change this in all the time in Canabras. Since she sees me as a tiefling, she says to me, "But perhaps you will. I hope your example will show others of your kind that they are needed here. People looking at you, even some of the cultists, will see that birth does not consign you to a life in the service of evil." I mean, the game's just started. We don't know how I'm gonna go. I might go pretty evil. Tell me about Anivia. I probably won't know. I'll probably be neutral as always. Make choices based on what I deem as fair, not just what is considered normally seen as good or evil. Tell me about your wife, Anivia. We met in Timon as I was wandering aimlessly from one ordeal to another. We returned to Canabras together to expose the Templars of the Ivory Labyrinth. The day the Queen knighted me was the second happiest day of my life. The first was the day of our wedding. But Anivia isn't just my beloved, she's my staunchest ally. We share every victory and every defeat. The best of me is alive thanks to her. Thank you for saving her back then. The day Canabras fell before her return, the only thing giving me strength is to protect the defender's heart. Let's hope that I'd see her again. We're in your debt. Thanks for your answers. She nods. Was it a word? Go, and may Ayomide keep you safe. Right, let me get out. Yeah, it's a little bit funny, I suppose. Yeah, it's getting a little spicy as well. Yeah, I think I'd rather have it on because I think it's better than no voice because it's at least definitely better for me. I don't think it sounds so bad now that I've tweaked it a bit. I've definitely heard way worse AI voices. Okay, continuing on. I will change back to the controller. Right, enough talking. I want to go and fight stuff and level up a bit and get some more powers. I could mess around on my own and get way more experience, so it's kind of dangerous. So I think I'm level 5 now and I really know how to make Pathfinder characters, so I should be fine. It'll be a bit tedious perhaps. Well then again, this game is really hard. It might be a bit dicey, but I should be fine. Right, let's try some quick inventory management on the controller. How do we do it again? Okay, so this, bam. Oh, this, okay, cool. We'll go right down to the potion slots. Okay, great, that's not so bad. If I leave them here, I need to go all the way back to the heart and wait. Hang on, I'll free Wolgiff first. I forgot about that. I almost forgot about that again. I just went down and spoke to him, but I need to get him out of here. Apparently, right. Let me free Wolgiff, dude. Let him out.
Well, Chief, what do you got for me?
I spoke to Erebeth and said, I'll let you be a part of my crew. See how it goes. What do you think of that?
Ha! You must be a smooth talker. Come on, Delvin. Get these bracelets of yours off me. I'm going free.
You're sure to regret this. This tiefling will fleece you for everything you've got. Mark my words.
You're a bitter little man, Delvin. Petty and mean. You can't even be happy for me, can you? I pity you. I'll leave you alone with your sad little soul. So long. And now, Chief, straight down to business. You see, I'm one of those guys that people around here call thieflings. We just call ourselves the family. After we knocked over that shop and I got stuck here in the Defender's Heart, a little bird told me that big sister Charisme wanted to see me. That she had some questions to ask me. You following?
Damn, I like this guy, man. I'm sad I missed him last time. He's pretty good.
Now, she won't be asking me questions like, Woljif, how'd you manage to get out of this one? Or, Woljif, you're so thin, didn't they feed you? No, something serious has gone down, and I just know they want to try to pin something on me. I can feel it in my tail. So I knew right away that I couldn't go alone. You turned up just in time, Chief. You don't need to do anything when we get there. Just stand behind me and look mean, and I'll handle the rest. Somehow. Let's go, I'll show you the way.
Right, you know what? I think I'm gonna screw around on my lonesome for like, frickin', I don't know, half an hour maybe? I'll try and do some missions solo, or like just explore and like save this area solo, and just blast at my experience. I mean, it means that my party members don't level up with me, but I just like to be higher level. And I think one really strong party member is better than a lot of weaker ones. Besides, their level, like 5, they're fine. Could be dangerous, but it should be fine. Oops. I'm checking that loading speed. I used to like load for minutes and minutes and minutes between these, but with my new computer, it's easy load. What the hell's going on? Oh, that crashed there. That was weird. I wonder if actually I need to check something. I wonder if my computer's on silent. I hope it's not. It should be on performance to make sure it doesn't. No, it's on performance. Yeah, it's quite silent actually. That's good. One of the best things I've noticed actually is turning this game down to 30 FPS. Like, really just cuts way down its consumption of power, which is excellent. Because it just looks exactly the same, honestly. It keeps a little bit weird. Oh, exit the area? Oh my god. Oh my god. This, and accepts, is that it? That should be it. Well, you said you're a developer at a bank, Mag. How much do you make? It's a very different menu in the controller. Okie dokie, I think I will go to the Thiefling's Hideout. Where do I want to go? Worm Mansion. I can't go to the Worm Mansion without Camellia. Tower of Estrad. Let's go to the Thiefling's Hideout. This is closest. Ugh, never mind, I need to get Woljif. Change grip. Get Woljif. Oh wait, I'm over encumbered because I'm only one person and I'm carrying all our loot basically. Okay, now I'm not over encumbered, good. Let's do one more person. What? We don't need to change controls. I should have buffed up first. Fuck. The basement is dark and dank, and you are immediately struck by the hostility of the gathered tieflings. 5 of them are kneeling along the wall, separate from the rest. A tall woman who has been cleaning her fingernails with the tip of her knife greets you, narrowed eyes. Brother Wiljeff, you got my message then? Oh, come on, Wiljeff, say your cool dialogue. Sorry I couldn't swing by sooner, dear Sister Karame. It was just one thing after another. First thing I was stuck in shackles, next, well, no, I was still in shackles. And I was being watched. And then the chief got me out, and I came here, straight away. I knew you'd been waiting on me. Enough talking, or else we'll be here all night. So, we had a clear plan. We were going to wait for nightfall, slip into the shop, grab the goods, and leave. Even if the neighbors called the guard, it was time to get away. But what happened? That bitch Erebeth showed up almost right away. She knew we'd be there. Somehow betrayed us. And I have a good idea who it was. What do you have to say to that? And make it quick. I don't want to get involved. I probably would say I don't want to get involved in real life. Then again, I like Wolverine, for me I would also back him up. Tells your side. Nabris is burning. The burden of proof lies on the accuser. This isn't modern day. She's like a crime lord. There is no freaking law or nothing. It's like, this isn't modern day. She's gonna kill him if he doesn't prove something, so. Or maybe kill him. Maybe she's gonna like beat him up or something. I don't know. Well, just tell us your side of the story. What exactly happened that night? Here's turns to you. He speaks. I thought Wiljeff only brought you here, so he'd have someone to hide behind if things went south. What's there to tell? About a week ago, Sister Charisme got 6 of us together in this very basement. Me and those 5 others over there. I mean, we'll just jerk at them. Woljeff jerks his head towards the 5 tieflings kneeling by the wall. She rounds us up and then she says we've got a score. Ancient trees and wonders. The one place nobody's ever been able to hit. I'm on my dress again. Says we got a score. Ancient trees and wonders. The one place nobody's ever been able to hit. The place has been guarded by a golem for who knows how long now. But now, a powerful scroll that would just knock out the golem just happened to come into our possession. Along with a tip-off that the shop owner would be gone all day on that particular night. All 6 of us know a bit of magic, and we knew that any enchanted junk would sell for a pretty penny, so we're in. And the most important thing was that none of us was to be hanging about the shop ahead of the job. Casing out the place, no calling for attention to ourselves, from either the golem or its master. This job was to be top secret. That's all true so far. Go on. We did everything right. With the locks and the golem. I picked a lock, and I remember it clear as day. Sister Dana was on lookout. Brother Melrun at the scroll. Doffy, Tavi, and Varnier brought the sacks. We covered the windows and lit the torches. I remember scooping up the rings and tossing them in a sack. And one very expensive one rode away from me. crawled under the table after it, and next thing I know, Erebeth was there. Everybody scampered, but I was still under the table. Not my finest moment. I was going to wait it out, but then those blockheads were dragging me out by my tail and put me in shackles. They took all my rings off me, and about 20,000 worth. Shit, that sucks, dude. And to add insult to injury, I never even found the last one. In the end, I got busted over nothing. So they caught you, poor thing, and stripped you of your loot. And so you didn't even manage to stash anything. Where's May's pointedly polishing her knife? Where's the moon of the abyss, Brother Woljif? I think that would do her voice a lot easier, probably because I'm like switching between tones and it's easier. I've kind of attuned myself to her tone, if that makes sense. You know what, I'm going to say this one, this is a smart thing. Why would Erebeth arrest her own informant? Probably to cover up, honestly, if I'll say it anyway, because it's good defense. Took the words right out of my mouth, Chief. It doesn't make any sense. If I was the rat, I'd have kissed her on the hand and been long gone by now. You know me. You know me, sister, I'm a cautious fella. Not an idiot. So why would I go against the family? Throw the fish in the cellar and have a nice wolf-sized dinner? I don't think so. The moon of the abyss is a pretty bauble, to be sure. But it's just an amulet, ain't worth dying over. You knew Erebeth people would protect you, and you knew you could pin the moon gone missing on them. And now you've come here with backup. You know exactly what I was going to say to you. Problem is, nobody's returned the amulet to the Filman. Are you giving Erebeth a cut? Is that it? You've seen her. You think she'd take a cut of anything I offered her? She can't be bought. She's like one of the 3 heralds of Iomade, all rolled into one. What is this moon of the abyss? It was an amulet. I used to sit on it, sit on a little cushion. I used to sit on a little cushion in the window. You know what? I'm gonna use this.
It was an amulet. It used to sit on a little cushion in the window of Ancien Tries and Wonders. Sterling silver, sparkled like a star, fine piece of work. On one side there was a half moon, you know, a crescent, a waning moon, and in the middle there was a dark crystal, like it was eclipsing the moon. Old man Filman was so proud of that amulet. He used to say, "I'll never sell it, it's the jewel of my collection." Woljif sighs unhappily. I used to go there to see what kinds of treasures there were in the world. There's nothing else to look at in Canabers. People used to claim it was a powerful thing, but who's to say, if you ever stole a thing like that, you'd have the guards on you the second you tried to fence it.
Yeah, hey Vag, did you catch any of my narration? Or did you just come back right this second? Everybody knew you were always hanging around that thing. Around ancient trees and wonders, drooling over the moon and stars, moon in the abyss. Did you think you could swipe it in all the commotion and keep it for yourself? Did you hope we'd be all locked up and you'd get off scot-free? And with a fancy trinket to boot? Don't take me for a fool, Woljif. I see right through you. Go on, Woljif. That's a whole sorry story. Woljif crosses his arms, looking affronted. Some family this turned out to be. Just a name in the end. In a real family, people take each other at their word. They don't throw around accusations. I didn't take the moon of the abyss. What am I going to do with it? You can't sell it to no crusaders. It's a special item. You can't wear it. It'll get nicked. It's pretty to look at, sure, but it ain't worth that. But it ain't that pretty. If it's that important to you, sister, I'll find it. And I'll drag the traitor here by his horns. Just so you don't end up at the bottom of the ceiling. But do you know what you're going to owe me for that? An apology. Right here, in the front of everyone. You're going to apologize loud and clear, so everybody hears it. You'll say, "Sorry, Woljif, you're a good guy, and I was wrong about you." She's kind of lost her words. She just says, "Fine, you're one of my people, which is why I'm going to give you some time. But if you run, Brother Wiljeff, the family will get to wherever you go. You'll spend the rest of your life looking over your shoulder, tossing and turning at night, feeling poison in every cup and every meal. You look into the eyes of every tiefling you meet and wonder if the families come for you. You'll have no peace. One day, you'll be tired of running, you'll stop to catch your breath, and that's when we'll meet. And that's when we'll get you. Got that?" You've a way with words, Sister Charisme. A way that almost made me wet myself. But a way. Nonetheless. Let's go, Chief. We'll go and chat to that scary gal, Erebeth. She knows you a little. We can ask her who ratted us out. I'll let you do the talking. We'll find the real traitor, I guess. And I'll get my apology. Onwards to Erebeth, Chief. Let's go clear my good name. Root out the traitor, but be quick about it. Time's running out. I don't want to get chewed up by demons, you know. I think I gotta drop some stuff, honestly. This. Send in order of weight. Sending. That can't be right. Okay, 15. These are rare shields, but I'll drop. Oops. I hope I dropped that and didn't equip it. I did drop it, didn't I? No, I equipped it, shit. Well, never mind. I'll first drop these. I'll drop this. Drop these. And probably read that at some point. Oh, that's cool. I learned something new from this book, it said. I wonder what I learned. And... oh yes, and I want to go into equipment. And unequip this shield. A little bit clunky, but it's okay. At least we're running now and not walking. Yeah, that's kind of the thing about being alone. You kind of have to, like, you get over encumbered, you're carrying all this gear. But I do want to get some alone experience. No, hang on, actually, I want to try something. Mag, did you catch my little, my narration before? Like, you said you were back, how long ago was that? Yeah, let me just try this, right? Well, are you going to tell me the traitor is? By the name of the best, no, let me just... Let me save it. I actually think I've done this before and so I know it or something. Right, I'm pretty sure it's frickin' Melryn. Or Varnier. It's Melryn or Varnier. I'll click Melryn. I'm pretty sure that was actually the right answer. Yeah, I could do this whole investigation, but I knew the right answer. I've done this a little bit before, I think. Oh yeah, that's why, because I didn't find Wojif so many times. And the third time I played this, because I wanted to play it again, but I couldn't really get by a certain point, because the loads got longer and the saves got longer. I then found Wojif for the third time and I'd done this a little bit and I stopped about an hour afterwards. Now I can finally play this full game, but the loads and saves should get longer, but I mean they're on my USB right now and this is slower than my actual computer, so if they get too long I can just switch it to my computer and it'll load even faster. I think I've actually finally got some room on my computer now anyway for it, because I've deleted a bunch of games. I could probably remove all my recordings to my other drive. Confess someone connected to the cult Baphomet ordered him to steal it. I'm into the abyss. He got this code to take out the golem, betrayed us to Erebus so that he could swipe the amulet in the chaos. He thought we'd get nicked and he'd slink off to meet up with his customer. You got the Moon of the Abyss? Let me look at it one more time. My whole life I've dreamt of holding it in my hand, only for a second. He said when he got to the window display the moon was gone. He's lying, of course. He had time to hand the moon off to the person who ordered it. Bloody cultists. I don't really give a toss. I'm just glad we got to the bottom of this. What are we gonna do? Illustrator. I think I can join the family because I'm a tiefling. Can I join the family? You didn't do too badly. I'll tell my superiors about you. Charisma withdraws a ring to them for a pocket and hands it to you. Here, you're not our sister yet, but you've got potential. No doubt about it. And I got a tiefling ring, nice. Chief, you're gonna be my little sister, of course. I'll be taking the biggest cut of biggest cut of everything you bring in for the first while. But that's just what all our siblings do in the family. You'll get used to it. I knew you'd spell good things for me. We're gonna be swimming in gold. What are you gonna do now? Get out of this place. The sooner the better. This city's dying. I don't want to die with it. What are you going to do with the traitor? Charisma nonchalantly picks up her nails with her knife. He'll be sent to visit his distant relatives on the farm. Think about what he did. Any more questions? Gotta go. Good decision. I don't plan to hang around long either. Sister, Wojif nervously bites his lips. His cheeks are flushed and his tail is swishing through the air. You forgot something. What now? You should be happy to be alive. An apology. You promised to apologize to me, loudly, in front of everyone. We're alone now, but I still want to hear it. Well? That. Charisma shrugs indifferently, so... Sorry, I suppose, for being wrong about you. This time. Don't think that just because you didn't act like a jerk this one time it cancels out all the rest of your record. I know all about you. Till next time, Woldif. That was the most pathetic apology I've ever heard. Damn it, come on, I got 13 charisma. Too bad, because that's all I've got. I've got like mega high like charisma and wisdom and all of my points in persuasion. If I can't do it, no one could. Better than nothing. Listen, Chief. Got a spare minute, come see me. I've got something I want to discuss with you. But for now, let's get out of here. Don't like sitting below the ground when the building above our heads is ready to crush our heads. I might reload that one, honestly. I feel like I kinda got robbed there. Yeah, there you go. Kerosme's eyes harden, but then she sighs. Alright, fine. I'm sorry, Wiljeff. Let's part on good terms. I've got intimidate as well. I could be a pure bastard about it. I think I will. And now you apologize to me as well. You falsely accused my ally. You accused me too. Ooh, nice. A flurry of emotions passed across Kirabe's face. When she finally opens her mouth, her words trickle out slowly, and like each one is a struggle. And I'm sorry to you too. And just to make up to you here, she pulls out a key from her pocket and tosses it to you, and now I'm leaving. Tiefling's vault key, nice. Nice, motherfucker. Intimidation pays off. We'll just watch her go and his tail relaxing. You made some impression on her. Never seen Sister Charisma back down before. Listen, Chief. If you got a spare minute, come see me. I got something I want to discuss with you. But for now, let's get out of here. I don't like sitting below ground when the building above is ready to crash down on our heads. Wanna level up, sweet. Right, where is this vault? Nice.
Might be trap, might be treasure. My tail is twitching, must be a sign.
Can you disable this, Wiljeff?
My tail is restless.
Wait, don't frickin'... Hang on.
Fine.
Right, Wiljeff, you disable this trap. Please don't run into it, me.
You sure it's safe? This is my kind of work. I'm here. Where else would I be?
And we have... What the hell is this? I'm gonna look at that ring. I swear all the inventory stuff is bugged for some reason. Inventory... Sort by date from descending. Oh shit, dropped it. Oh my god, I've done it again. Oh wait, no, I put it on. Button. Can I tell you what this does? Ring of Sharp Strike. Expand. Whenever the wearer of this ring shoots an enemy engaged in melee combat and hits, the enemy suffers attack rounds for 1 round. Okay, so that's not for me really. What I do want to put on is the Tiefling ring, which will do something for me. That's probably for a Woljif. 1,500 gold. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Should probably level up right now, but screw it. Not yet. Let's just run about first. I'll get rid of Woljif as well. I want to do one area myself and then I should be able to just swap. Ah, crap. That's the type of stuff I want to do alone, the encounters and level up, get my spear into myself. No, Woljif's going to be sharing half of it. And you know what? It's probably a good time to end the video and restart another one.